Welcome back to Frienditas,
the channel where two introverts
do the one thing homebodies never do:
leave the house.
The Frienditas are in Seoul, South Korea.
We're here at Sushiro in Seoul, and this is our tablet.
Come along as we take you to some well-known spots, starting with the Olive Young in Myeongdong.
Sometimes they'll also offer some free services such as scalp analysis, skin analysis, maybe even makeup services.
Next, we visit the incredible one and only 12-story daiso.
To be completely honest, Daiso Korea is our favorite Daiso.
Afterwards, we unintentionally hike to the Namsan cable car.
Oh no, the cable car station needs a cable car station.
Yeah.
Finishing out with a sunset at the iconic Seoul Tower, aka Namsan Tower.
This seems like a really nice hangout spot.
Very nice vibes.
This is our first video in Seoul.
Good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon.
We are in Myeongdong right now, here this afternoon. We are... I had a thought and then it like went away and I was like, I don't know what I'm saying.
We're in Myeongdong. It's known for, well, honestly, at this point, it's just a huge tourist area, but there's a lot of shopping. It is pretty nice, which makes sense why it's so touristy, because the shops look cool. At night, there's street food stalls.
There's Myeongdong Market here at night.
Today, we're going to be going to Namsan Tower, and you can actually see it from where we're standing. It's so cool seeing a Myeongdong shopping street and then the tower up there. Tourists in front of us tried to go into this empty store that we're standing in front of.
But anyways, right behind us is one of Korea's most beloved brands, Olive Young. If you don't know it, maybe you've heard of it, and if you haven't heard of it, maybe you will. Basically, they sell everything under the sun as far as skincare, hair care, sometimes even like food and supplement care. So basically, you can get all of your skincare and makeup needs done there. And then depending on which ones you go to, sometimes they'll also offer some free services such as scalp analysis, skin analysis, maybe even makeup services. It really just depends.
For those services, you do have to make reservations. Sometimes it's online, sometimes it's on site, and you have to show up in the morning. It's different for different locations.
This location here in Myeongdong is one of their flagship locations, so it's very big inside. It looks like it's about 2 stories, very large. It takes up a whole street corner.
During our time here in Korea, we've been going to Olive Young a lot for a lot of our different skincare, hair care needs, but also we're trying new products here that we haven't seen before, and that's been a lot of fun.
Obviously, we know it's a really big brand here in Korea, so it's going to be lots of other big brands in the store, but you kind of almost can't go to Korea without at least stopping into Olive Young, because you might even find something for yourself. Even if you're not into skincare or makeup, like they do have a bunch of other household things in there too.
Olive Young really is everywhere in Korea. We were surprised at how many places had it, but it makes sense because they carry so many products, and we found ourselves at Olive Young so much during our time in Korea.
What's nice is that whether the location is small or large, you will always find something that you need at Olive Young, whether that's skincare or hair care or even some like health food items. They just have basically everything you can think of.
I don't think we've been to an Olive Young that didn't have any people in it. There was always something going on. There were always people walking around. It's very popular.
Another nice thing about it is that there's like perpetual sales essentially, so you can kind of usually find a sale section going on. Olive Young, depending on the products, will always have a sale going on.
And for those of you watching that don't speak Korean, a lot of the products also had English on them. That was very nice for us because that's what we could read.
I think if you especially go to Olive Young's in maybe more touristy areas or international areas, you'll be able to find workers who speak English, and some of them even like expect more foreign clientele than local.
We're here at Sushiro in Seoul, and this is our tablet.
We've been here a couple times now, and it's always been busy.
Always busy.
Day,
Lots of tourists.
yeah, day or night, there's a lot of people here. Also, doesn't matter if it's a weekday or weekend. We're at the 12-story daiso.
which is also in Myeongdong. For both of us, we were born basically growing up with daiso always around, but we didn't know about Korean daiso. It does literally say daiso, so as far as branding is concerned, it's the same, but I think it's a completely different daiso in terms of products and just experience.
To be completely honest, Daiso Korea is our favorite Daiso. We have loved everything that we can find here. On top of that, we just showed you the Olive Young. If you don't want to pay that much for Korean skincare, beauty stuff, you could just come to Korean Daiso.
Yeah, personally, a lot of the makeup and skincare that I've bought since being here in Korea, I found out they have legal dupes here at Daiso because Olive Young oftentimes has a lot of sales and they're pretty long. They run pretty long, but if you want overall more affordable products, Daiso is your best bet. This Daiso is particularly interesting and unique because it is 12 whole stories. This is the biggest Daiso either of us have ever been to. We've never seen a Daiso be 12 stories. Usually they're really tiny and cramped, but so far our experiences with Daisos here in Korea have been roomy. We are excited to show you guys this Daiso.
The first floor has this really useful floor guide. It lists out all the products and the product categories you'll find across the 12 floors. We decided that we wanted to start on the 12th floor and work our way down. So the 12th floor is fashion, travel, accessories. Very useful for us as travelers. Korean Daiso tends to carry a lot of useful products in that way.
And we've been to Daisos basically everywhere that we've traveled or lived at, and this by far has been the largest that we have ever been to.
There is one small elevator, but you can also take the stairs, which a lot of people did because it's just one small elevator. The stairwell itself also had a view of Namsan Tower and Seoul Tower that we were going to go to later. So it's very nice foreshadowing. We made our way floor by floor. So the 11th floor has tools and car accessories. Not very useful for us since we don't need car accessories, but trust, if we had a car, we would absolutely scour every Daiso for all the products that we could find.
The 10th floor is gardening and pets section.
The 9th floor had camping, sports, and imports, specifically Japanese imports, which is interesting for a Korean Daiso.
The 8th floor had bath, cleaning, and laundry items.
The 7th floor was interior decoration / storage.
The 6th floor had tableware and ceramics, so things for the dining section.
The 5th floor had disposables and food, basically like little snack items.
The 4th floor had character IPs and things for kids as well as party items.
The 3rd floor had stationery / digital wrapping paper, that sort of thing.
And the 2nd floor was my personal favorite. It had the beauty, makeup, and then some sanitary and first aid items. What's interesting about Korean Daiso is that it franchises off of the overall Daiso brand. While it can hold the name of Daiso, they actually kind of just use Korean products in Daiso here. If you're ever wanting to do a makeup haul, personally, we suggest coming to Daiso first before going to Olive Young, just in case you already kind of know what items you want to try, or maybe before dishing out on brand names, you can just try them at Daiso first.
And the first floor was basically one big cashier counter floor, so they weren't really selling many products on the first floor.
Well, that was Daiso Korea.
Pretty big. 12 stories is a lot. The floors themselves weren't huge, so you could go through each floor relatively quickly depending on what you're looking for. The selection is awesome. There's so many great things. So many nifty, useful things too, and they're all very affordable. Our Korea Daiso experience has made us question how much corporations are charging for their products when we find the same things here at a fraction of the price.
And that includes the makeup and the skincare too, because honestly, a lot of the packaging has similar fonts and even styles as some popular brands that can be found at Olive Young, for example. But at Daiso, it looks the same, just it's a different name. We really love coming here for all of our needs. We've always loved coming to Daiso, but Korean Daiso is another thing, another level on its own, yeah.
Very special. Highly recommend if you're coming to Korea that you check out the Korean Daiso.
We've stopped in for a little hydration break at the CU.
We got this tea log.
It's got this random dude on it.
He's probably not random, but we don't know who he is. So
He seems really excited to be selling this tea. That's really good.
oh, wow. It's 0 calories and 0 sugar. The closest thing I can think of is like Lipton tea, but like really good.
I'm not really sure what the fruit is here, but it reminds us of calamansi and chikwasa.
Maybe this is Kim Jam. This guy, I don't know.
So we bought a couple things from the Daiso. One of them is this right here. It is a universal travel adapter. Super useful because you can plug in any type of outlet and plug it into any type of outlet.
Actually, I've bought that once before, but we figured both of us could have one. It is 5,000 won, which at the current rate today, it converts to $3.66 USD, which is very affordable for what it can do.
But if you need anything travel related when you're in Korea, you should go to the Daiso. It doesn't have to be the 12-story one. Just go to the closest Daiso and you will find a lot of useful things. We really can't say how much we love Daiso here. It's something else entirely. It's amazing.
I had gotten a bunch of makeup products from their line tag. I believe this is the dupe of a different brand that sold at All Young, if you can tell by the font.
And of all the floors in the 12-story Daiso, the makeup floor was the one that was the most crowded.
Most crowded. Well, also, it is the second floor, so it's probably really easy for people to just walk up the stairs.
It's probably on the second floor because they know that people come to Korea's Daiso for the legal dupe makeup. That's probably just as good. It's not just makeup too. It's like skincare, hair care, all those things.
And personally, a lot of my makeup right now is from makeup I bought at the Daiso here, so...
I've been using shampoo and conditioner from the Daiso. We want to stress that we love Daiso already. Japanese Daiso that you can find in the US to find Japanese products. And then Daiso in Japan. But until you go to a Korean Daiso, you won't know the difference. There is just so much more at a Korean Daiso.
It can feel like the very slight difference between Japanese Daiso and the Korean Daiso is that Korean Daiso seems to have kind of more trendy things, whereas Daiso has a lot more like classic things.
But then also Korean Daiso has the classic things as well, which is why it probably beats out Japanese Daiso for us.
Yeah, where it's like it seems that a lot of whatever's currently trending has a Daiso version here in Korea, whereas in Japan maybe it takes a little bit longer for anything having trended to kind of make its way into the Daiso market there. Either way, I love Daiso all the time. Everywhere, anywhere, I love Daiso.
You know what's telling is we see and hear a lot of Japanese people at the Korean Daisos. Speaking Japanese, it's like, oh, okay, so you guys really like coming here, don't you?
If you're expecting to find Japanese Daiso products at Daiso in Korea, we also were shocked that there wasn't really any. Honestly, I think the Myeongdong location was the first one that actually had Japanese imported things listed for their location. But otherwise, everything is like Korean made. So, just FYI. Alright, so now we are headed to Namsan Tower and we are going to get there by the cable car. And we actually picked up our tickets right here, klook! But it is called the Red Now Studio, which I think on its own it's like a photo studio or kind of like an artistic studio, but they also have the physical tickets to pick up. So we have tickets for the cable car and then tickets for the observation deck at Namsan Tower. I guess we also have a coupon, little snack coupon too. It was a pretty easy pickup. You just show them your voucher and then they just give you the tickets.
Klook has come through for us so many times now at this point. Yeah, there are situations where it's not very clear how you can buy a ticket for something, or the system isn't foreigner friendly, whether payment or language or what have you, and Klook solves that problem so nicely. So we've really been enjoying getting to use Klook services. A lot of incline walks right now.
Oh no! Why isn't there a cable car here?
What is this? We're currently walking to the cable car station, but
The cable car station needs a cable car station.
yeah,
What the?
I don't know if it comes across on camera, but this is very steep. There it is. Whew. We're a little bit out of breath right now because we just hiked up a lot of hill. We have a feeling it's gonna be worth it though.
Look, I'm using to wipe myself.
We're here at the station and it's climate controlled, which is nice. If you want to avoid walking up these hills, take a taxi or a rideshare or something.
Like literally as we were coming up the stairs to come here to the station, someone had just come out of a taxi and we're like, and they didn't look sweaty. So it's pretty affordable here, taxis.
So this is what it looks like inside the Namsan cable car station. There's actually a little coffee shop where you can go get coffee or stock up on drinks from the tired hike you just had. Since we already had our tickets, we slowly made our way up. There are extra floors with extra seating, all of them air conditioned. We imagine this place gets much more busy during probably touristy seasons, but already you can see how high up we are in this building. So if you want to avoid the hike, take a taxi.
On the map, the walk didn't look too far, but we realized really quickly it was a hike.
They had us get into the cable car in groups. It was like a medium-sized cable car. It was not air-conditioned, so it was pretty hot. But the views were great because there were windows all around the cable car itself.
Although, since they try to fit as many people as possible in the cable cars, whatever spot you get in the cable car, you're kind of stuck to that one view. So we couldn't quite see the view on the other side, without being behind people. But the view that we were on was really nice anyways.
That being said, you will get a nice view at the very top when you get off of the cable car, so don't worry about missing anything super crucial.
So it's very hot in here.
And as we were stepping out of the cable car station, you actually saw a beetle on the ground and you pointed it out to me. I was very excited to see it.
I have never, ever in my life seen this beetle in real life. Only in museums and stuff.
It's even more stairs.
We haven't even gotten to Namsan Tower just yet, but it's already been a whole hike and a half. So please take note.
Yeah, be prepared to walk. That beetle was a highlight.
There was 2 of them.
Yeah, maybe they're much more naturally occurring up here in this hill. But the one that I was holding, you saw first.
We were the first people off the cable car. We were kind of like leading the group. The stairs outside the exit, I saw the bug. I thought it was dead, so I was like, is it dead? But it was like kind of wiggling on its back. We kind of drew more attention from everyone passing by. And then yeah, I guess a worker handed another one. So hopefully they're all better in nature now.
We returned them to the grassy area.
We've been referring to it as Namsan Tower, but it is called Seoul Tower on Google Maps. Once you get to the top of the hill, there's this huge plaza area at the base of the tower itself. It's nice and open, lots of seating, a great view of the tower and of the city.
Thankfully, there was also a lot of trees, so there was enough shade to kind of cool off and chill for a little bit before heading up. There is also a padlock fence of sorts, and we believe that you can actually buy some padlocks at Seoul Tower, Namsan Tower, even as part of your ticket. We didn't opt for that, but if you wanted to do that, they have that activity here.
The view is incredible. It is wide open because you're at the top of this hill / mountain. There's nothing obstructing your view. You can see out into the distance over the tops of tall buildings out to the mountains in the distance. And luckily we had a beautiful day for this, so we could see so much of Seoul and the nature beyond it. It seemed like a lot of people came up here just to enjoy the view. Entering into Seoul Tower / Namsan Tower, we begin with this kind of light show. It's very dimly lit and very pretty. A lot of ambient music, and it was very vibey.
We appreciate when observation deck towers kind of have like an interesting lobby or waiting area, because sometimes whether we have to wait in line or anything, it kind of helps set the tone for the tower itself.
The elevator ride was pretty quick, so we ended up at the top and immediately met with 360-degree views. There's like a gift store / candy store at the center of the pillar. And what was unique about this tower was that they had a lot of markings on the window showing you cities and how far they are from the tower itself and in what direction. Kind of gave it a worldly international vibe, connected to the world.
What's nice is being able to see Lotte World Tower in the distance, as well as the Han River, and then more of the mountaintop.
It seriously is an incredible view because again, it's a tower that sits atop a hill. So it gets that extra boost in height and absolutely nothing blocks its view all around. There seems to be an antenna tower in the distance. You can see all the buildings that make up Seoul.
We've been at many observation decks all around already, and one of our favorite ways to experience a sunset is at a tower that has unobstructed views. So it was so nice to just be able to see the sunset go down with nothing else in the distance. The sunset kind of looked like a planet going to a black hole a little bit. That was really interesting to see.
And another thing that's always magical is seeing the transition from day to night as the city's lights begin to turn on and you get to see a different version of it. Even the bathrooms had views, which is always funny. Here's that same view from earlier, looking out into the city, but now it's nighttime and you can see all the city lights. It actually makes it very clear why Seoul is so bright when you look at one of those lights from space map, you know, the ones that show the earth with a bunch of lights on it. Because look at how much Seoul lights up.
Even with all this light at nighttime, there are so many mountains and hills all around Seoul, so it's funny to kind of see those outlines because they're obviously dark with not a lot of buildings on them. It's really fun to see that contrasted even at night.
And here's that plaza again from earlier. For whatever reason, they also light up the tower with this green light. We're not sure if it's green every time or if they switch colors, but we imagine from far away, it's probably very pretty to see, and it lights up the tower in a very unique way.
Thank you for joining us on our Namsan Tower day. It's also called Seoul Tower, but I often hear it called Namsan Tower, so that's what we're gonna call this video.
It was very pretty up there. The vibe was similar to Tokyo Tower, kind of, in that it feels like a more retro, older tower. Also reminded us of Tsutenkaku
Yeah.
in Osaka. I really like this plaza area that we're in. After we came down, we checked out the 7-Eleven that's over here, and we see a lot of people in athletic gear, probably doing night runs. We also see families as well. It seems like a really nice hangout spot, not just for tourists, but also for Koreans who live in Seoul.
You wouldn't have to get a whole ticket to come up here and see the observation deck. There's a really good vantage point here and in this park area. Although, you know, because of how much hiking or just how much of an upward trek it is to get here, you might as well check out the observation deck. But lots to do here. Very nice vibes.
This was a lot of fun, and I'm happy we did it. I'm happy we got to see Seoul from such a high vantage point. That's what we like to do, is go see places from high vantage points. Thank you again for watching, and please like and subscribe. If you want to see more of this, leave a comment if you have ever been here.
Oh, and if you have, did you put a lock on the lock fence? Because there's this whole lock fence over here, and I don't know how they can keep fitting more locks.
And if you haven't been here, let us know what your perspective on Seoul is, because we had our own perceptions based on what's out there on social media, and some of it's lined up, but some of it really hasn't. We've been pleasantly surprised by our time here in Seoul. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.